Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to solve one problem of the engineering curves, the problem of ellipse with the focus and directrix method. The problem statement is construct the ellipse if the distance between focus and the directrix is 50 mm. The eccentricity is 2 by 3. Draw the tangent and the normal to the ellipse at the given point. Okay, so as the distance between focus and directrix is given, what we need to do? We need to use focus and directrix method. So for that, we will be starting with drawing the directrix. Now, what is the directrix? Directrix is a basic vertical line. Okay, so what I will do? I will draw a vertical line with a random distance. So this is my vertical line with a random distance, which is known as the directrix. Now somewhere at the mid, what I will do, I will take a point from where I am going to draw the axis for this directrix, or say this ellipse. So the axis will be drawn at the 90 degree to the directrix. So this is the axis of ellipse. Now on this axis we will be having the focus. Now it is given that the distance between focus and directrix is 50 mm. So what we will do? We will take the distance from the directrix is equal to 50 mm and the focus will be on the axis. So this is our focus at the distance of 50 mm from the directrix. Okay, once we are done, what we will do? We will create one eccentricity line. We know that we are having the eccentricity of 2 by 3. Okay, so what we will do, we will go 3 mm in a horizontal way, or say 3 times in a horizontal way. We will go 2 times in a downward direction. Okay, once again I am repeating, as we are having 2 by 3 eccentricity, we will go 3 times horizontal direction and 2 times in a downward direction. So 3 by 2, and once we are done, we will get one point. That point will be connected with this intersection point. Now let me say this intersection point is O1. Okay, so what I will do, I will go 3 times in a horizontal direction. So let us take 1 time is equal to 50 mm randomly. Okay, you need to take that distance randomly. So I will take 1 time is equal to 50 mm. So 3 times into 50 is equal to 150. So I will take 150 mm. So this is my 150 mm. Now from this point, I need to go downside 2 times. Okay, so 2 times into 50 mm is equal to 100. So I need to go downside. So what I will do, I will take this one. So this is my horizontal reference. Okay, I need to go vertically down. So I will put support over here, and this is my vertical movement. Okay, so I need to go vertically downward side 2 times. So I will just draw a very light line, and I will take the distance of 2 times 50, that is equal to 100 mm. So over here I am having the 100 mm. Now what I will do, I will connect that point with the intersection over here. So this line is my eccentricity line. The line that I have drawn is my eccentricity line. Now once I am done with this eccentricity line, what next I will do, from the focus I will draw one line having the 45 degree inclination. Okay, so the 45 degree inclination is available over here. This is the corner with the 45 degree inclination. This is one more corner with the 45 degree inclination. So what I will do, I will take this set square, I will put it over here, something like this, and with this support I will go in an upward direction. Okay, so this was my horizontal line from which I want to draw 45 degree inclination. So I have taken that as a reference, and from that I am moving in upward direction. So this is my 45 degree, and I will draw one line from this 45 degree. So this is what I have received. Over here one intersection has been received. Okay, and this intersection is my X point, let me say. Okay, so this point over here is my X point. Now from this intersection I will draw a vertical line, but as you can notice that my vertical line is already drawn. So this particular point is my vertex point number 2. That means this is the second end of my ellipse. Now the question is, where is my first end? The first end will be between these 2 points. Okay, now to identify that vertex, once again what I need to do, I need to draw one line that is 45 degree in this direction. Okay, so 45 degree in this direction gives me the second vertex point, and 45 degree in the alternative direction will give me the first vertex point. Okay, so once again I will repeat the same step. Okay, so this is my reference, this is my reference line, or you can just take reference over here, or you can just use this protractor, and from here you can take the 45 degree inclination in this direction. So this is my 45 degree inclination, and over here this is my 45 degree point. This is the intersection. Now from this intersection I will draw one vertical line. For that I will take the reference of my directrix, because it is a vertical line, and I will draw one vertical line over here. So this particular point is my vertex 1, V1. So my ellipse will be drawn between vertex 1 and vertex 2. Now there is an alternative method also available. If you want to draw this vertex 1, there is one alternative method available. As we are having eccentricity is equal to 2 by 3, eccentricity is equal to 2 by 3. What is that eccentricity? Eccentricity is basically the distance of focus to the point available on the ellipse, that is f v1 divided by that particular point to O1. Okay, so O1 v1, this is what the distance we are having, and as eccentricity is 2 by 3, we can say this is 2 by 3. So this ratio is 2 by 3. So we can create that particular ratio over here such a way that it comes out as 2 by 3. So 2 plus 3 is equal to total 5. So what we can do one thing, we can divide the whole section from O2 to F into 5 divisions, because 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once I am done with these 5 divisions, what I can do, I can take F1V is equal to 2 times. So from F we can take 2 points, and O1V is equal to 3 times. So O1V can be taken as 1, 2 and 3. So as you can observe, we have received the same point over here. So this is the alternative method for finding the vertex number 1. Now, once we are done with this whole session, what we are going to do, we are going to divide the whole section from V1 to V2 into number of divisions. You can take number of divisions. So over here, what I will do, I will just divide the whole section into 11 equal divisions or 12 equal divisions. So I have taken 1 centimeter, or you can say 10 mm divisions over here. More accuracy, more points. Okay, so if you want more accuracy, you have to note down more points. So these are my points. Let me just give the numbering. This is my point number 1. Point number 2 will be over here. This is point number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this is the last point, which will be the 12th one. Now what you need to do over here, once again we will draw numbers of vertical lines, and those lines should intersect my eccentricity line, that is O1 to X. Okay, so what I will do, I will once again take the reference of the directrix. So this is my reference of directrix, a vertical line, and I will draw numbers of vertical line over here. I will start from number 1. The line should intersect this eccentricity line. Okay, once again from focus 1. Now all the vertical lines are drawn. So let us give the numbering to all the intersection point on the eccentricity line. So this is the first line. So I will give it 1 dash. This will be my 2 dash, and I will continue the sequence. Once we are done with this, we will use our compass to make number of arcs. So how we will mark arcs? This will be our final points for the ellipse. So for that, what we will do, let me just give you one sample over here. This is my first line, vertical line. Now what I will do, I will take the distance from 1 dash to 1 on this compass, from 1 dash to 1. Once I take this distance, what I will do, I will take F as a center, and I will put markings on the same line from where I have taken this distance. Okay, once again I am repeating the steps. Now this time I am going to take the reference of second line. So for what that, I will be starting from the 2 dash to 2 point distance. So this is my distance that I have covered. Once again I will to go to the focus, and I will mark my intersections. Once again do the same for the third line. What I will do, I will take the distance from 3 dash to 3 that is available on the axis. Once again I will go to the focus, I will take F as a center, and I will mark my intersections on the line from where I have taken the distance. Okay, so this is what the process will be. So let me just quickly complete this up to 12 points. So as you can observe, I have completed all the intersection. So the complete process is done. I have received all my points for the ellipse. Now let me just give them the numbering. I will start from point P1, P2, P3, once we are done with the numbering, what we will do, we will join all these points with a very smooth curve, and this time we will be using the HB grade pencil. Now instead of HB grade pencil, I am using one marker pen to complete the curve. So my ellipse curve has been drawn now. Now let us understand how to mark focus, because the ellipse has total 2 focuses. This is our focus number 1. As you can observe over here, this is our focus number 1. So there will be focus number 2 somewhere. So as we know, the symmetricity is maintained. So if the focus number 1 is over here at the distance of this much from the vertex, so at the same distance from vertex number 2 we will have the focus number 2. So I can put my focus number 2 at the same distance. So this particular focus is my focus number 2. Second, as we are having 2 focuses, we are also having 2 directrix. Okay, and they can be shown in the same manner. That means from the vertex number 1, I will take the distance of that directrix, and once I take the distance, at the same distance my directrix will be there from the vertex number 2 at the second end. So this is where my directrix will be drawn. So as we all know, directrix is basically a vertical line. I will take the reference of a vertical line like this, and I will draw one more vertical line over here, which will represent it as a directrix. So this is my second directrix. At the last, Let us understand how to draw the tangent and normal whenever we are having focus and directrix available. So to draw the tangent and normal, we will need a point. Okay. So let me say I need to draw my tangent and normal from this point, which is given as point P. Okay. So very first step to do is to connect that point P with the nearest focus that is available. So over here F1 is the nearest one which is available. So what I will do, I will just connect that point P with that focus. So this is my very first step. Next, once I am done with this one, what I will do, from this line PF1, I will draw one line right angle to this line. Okay, such a way that it will intersect my directrix that is available over here. So this is my line which I has drawn. Now what I will do, I will use my support to draw one line that is 90 degree to this line from focus 1. So this is my focus 1, and this is the intersection. Let me say this intersection is Q. Once I identify the intersection, the only thing that I need to do is to connect line PQ, and that will be my tangent. So this line PQ, and if I extend this line, this represents the tangent one. So this is my tangent. And as we all know, right angle to this tangent, we will have a normal. So what I will do, I will draw a line that will be 90 degree to this tangent line from point P, which will represent my normal. So once again, what I will do, I will just take the reference of this tangent. I will put support over here, and by moving this set square, I will be able to draw vertical line from here, or we can say a line that is 90 degree to the tangent from here. So this is our normal. So I can write down this as normal over here, normal. Okay, so this is our final answer, where I have represented the ellipse using the focus and directrix method. I explained you how to identify the focus number 2, how to identify the directrix, and how to draw the tangent and normal to any kind of ellipse where the directrix is given. So this is all for today's video. Have a good day. Keep learning.